a certain woman I fell in love with her, and after some times she started misbehaving. Then I said, look at you, woman, everything is over. I don't need you no more. Everything is over. I don't need you no more. Everything is over. You can pack and go. Everything is over.
And explain the city Basel in Switzerland.
Basel is a pretty small city. It's in the corner of the Switzerland. I mean, there's the border of Germany and France. It's really in the corner of the triangle, Switzerland, Germany, France. And it's a very old city. It's a small city. There's a strong movement of graffiti since the 82 it starts, and yeah.
So did they originally have an event that was called Art Basel in Switzerland?
Yeah, sure. The Art Basel starts in the 80s, and there was Futura 2000, and he was painting there. But it's like the convention center in South Beach. It's Art Basel, not like here in Wynwood.
Mm-hmm.
It starts more and more. We have some projects over there with street art, but it's not like Wynwood.
So Art Basel in Switzerland, was it first gallery stuff or was it first street painting stuff?
No, it was gallery stuff. Only gallery. But there was the time of Keith Haring and all that kind of guys, and Futura 2000 and some other guys who came up and show up the graffiti art, but that was very, very early. I mean, it was like a hype. It was nothing comparing to what happened now. It's like a very early, and it's gallery stuff like Picasso shit.
When was the first time you came to Wynwood? You said 2013?
Well, 2012, but I've been bombing Miami since 1994.
So
94 to 98 was my main years.
How'd you come to Wynwood in '94?
No, just from drugs and coming out here to get drugs.
So in 1994, like Wynwood really didn't have much graffiti.
No, not at all.
Well,
I mean, illegal,
So for people who have never been to Miami, like explain what Wynwood was like in like the mid '90s.
This is the place where you used to come and get drugs at. It was not, you couldn't come here past 11 o'clock at night. No, not even 9 o'clock at night, So to see it change and evolve, and mainly this is because of the artists, so necessary.
What happened was, we had painting here, we did shit and stuff like that. And Evils and Books and these guys with primary flights, they decided to start having Basel for Switzerland come over here. And obviously around that time, street art movement started happening along with graffiti, made it probably more compatible or whatever. So,
Did you guys start to get pissed as like a bunch of whack street art had started popping up? Like, did it make you guys angry?
No, it's cool, it's different. I don't get angry. I like all people are. As long as they care about it. But then you got a lot of people now that just seem like they're doing it because it's something cool to do for Instagram.
What were some of the early spots you guys would go to paint?
Right here, from Overtown, all the spots in Overtown. Straight down the train tracks, so 24th, 25th, 26th. I painted Prontos on Biscayne 30th. All around the whole neighborhood, we had a lot of connections. But we never thought that this shit was going to end up being the spot where it happened.
And
when we did it, then everyone else started like painting Wynwood and Overtown a lot more. Even though they had paint, I'm not saying no one else. We were the first ones. It's just we started making it popular.
And I was thinking about this Art Basel. To me, the Art Basel that's actually the cooler one that I think that I'm imagining everybody thinks of Art Basel, they think of Wynwood and things going in and around Wynwood. I mean, if not, you wouldn't have all these big brands doing all these big parties and activations in Wynwood. But that all started, to me, because of hip hop.
You think this Basel will be the busiest one? for the
Oh, his
cookout?
grandma house?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why? Because main reason Basil and all that is because we going to present grandma and grandpa's story. And that's big, because that's a big part of the area, Wynwood. That's a history many people don't know about, but that's something that grounded the area to be so valuable. You know what I mean? My grandparents' presence. And I'm going to make sure the world knows that. Straight up and down, man, because they why I'm here.
Explain Wynwood. Before it was an art district, can you explain a little bit?
Hey, now. Had a little technical difficulties for fucking 2 hours, but here we are, Dirt Bag Boyz. We're
Live.
fucking doing it. We're coming live at fucking, what time is it? 10:30 instead of 8 o'clock?
Everybody's up, though. Everybody's
Better
here.
late than fucking never.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
So tell them everything that's involved with setting this up. How'd it go? How's it going? How's your wires? How's your connections? How's your ground? How's your left and right? How's your power? How's your XLR cable? What's going on? How's your new shirt?
I think the new shirt's kind of popping.
Yeah. See, I told you it would kind of bring a new, it would lift you up a little bit. It's bright.
It is. Tonzo is kind of in the dumps, trying to figure out all the technical bullshit, and fucking, now I got this new fresh fire Lacoste. So real quick, can we talk about the shirt? You were saying that this is a 4X.
Yeah. So I was actually, I'm a clearance rack guy. I got that from my mom. Never pay full price for really anything. Maybe once or twice in my whole life, but mostly everything I ever own has been clearance rack, and like a good Jew. And hopefully we don't get banned for that. So I was in Macy's. I wanted a new collar shirt for the summer, maybe 2 summers ago. And I saw that thing was originally like well over $100, and it was only about $30. I'm like, thing's pretty cool. But then I'm looking at the sizes, and I pull up the double, and the double looks like a fucking medium, like a between a large and a medium, the double. And I was like, bro, I don't even know how high this is gonna go up. So I'm going down the rack, and what's that? A 4?
It's a 4X.
Yeah, it's a 4, but I really wanted a 6.
So real quick, maybe we can get into this. I've seen several fat Asians. I've hung out with several fat Asians.
You know fat Asians?
Yes, they exist. It's a thing. But what I'm trying to say is that they're a fat Asian, it's a regular 2X. But
Yeah.
over in the motherland, it's like a fucking 8X. It's totally different.
I get it.
And every time you fucking order something on Amazon,
because everybody's smaller over there.
Yep. Every time you order something on Amazon, you always have to make sure you know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because if
eBay,
you don't,
eBay too.
eBay, same shit, Etsy, any of that shit. You fucking go on and you order the 2X, and it comes in and it's a fucking midriff.
Yeah.
Nice fucking belly shirt. So that video that was shot, when and where did you shoot that?
That's a lot of Miami footage, but a lot of newer stuff, but some older stuff. And it's just a bunch of footage from the graffiti festival that goes on over there every beginning of December in Miami. Art Basel and the Basels.
And it's fucking, it's something. It's if you've ever been to Wynwood, I think we talked about this on the first show. Wynwood was basically, it was
Factory neighborhood.
Yeah, it was like a factory neighborhood.
Drug spot.
It's where you got the drugs.
Next to Skid Row.
And there was nothing. There was no businesses.
Yeah, it was in an in-between period. It was kind of desolate. Some of the factories had closed. There was really no stores. There was nowhere to even get a fucking, let alone beer. There's one gas station that sells beer still, but, it was even hard to get a fucking Gatorade or Coca-Cola if you wanted or something. There was nothing there for a little while. Just, a couple art galleries and some graffiti stuff going on, but, it really didn't get crazy till about, some people say 2008 and 9 it got busier, but I think it really got busy in about 2013 13 and stuff, it really started to like, it was like, wow, like this is like slammed traffic everywhere. The biggest artists in the world are here. ASAP Rocky is over here chilling, and
how
Daddy.
exactly, how did it get from that? How did it turn from a drug spot into a thriving like art community? Because I went there a couple of years ago, and like I said, like it was like, it's like fucking going. It was like Brooklyn in fucking like the early '90s. It was insane. All the artwork, and everywhere you went, you were just seeing like fucking like great pieces, beautiful murals, like great food, people playing music. Like it was just like fucking just like a thriving scene.
So, you know, graffiti always kind of thrives where people really aren't maintaining the property. Graffiti is always going to thrive. So people have been doing graffiti there for a long time because there was just a lot of big warehouses and abandoned warehouses and stuff like that. So I'd say the one thing that had to change was this collective of artists that they actually don't do much in the city anymore, but they do shit all around the world now. But they don't do much in Wynwood anymore. They were called Primary Flight, and it was led by a really good graffiti artist named Typo and his friend named Books. And they organized everything, like some of the biggest parties, Dr. Dre, Beats by Dre parties. But then they would just have, like, they had really good taste. That's why I hate, like, all the murals in Lynn, because I feel like the people who are curating it just have horrible taste. Like, these guys flew in, like, you know what I mean? They made sure it was, like, half Miami and then half, like, okay, let's fly in some rock stars. Because they knew, like, a lot of the Miami guys maybe hadn't had a name up to that point, so they knew, like, okay, let's get some rock star artists from, like, L.A. and Europe, but let's also have these Miami guys do big shit just as big as them, next to them, to bring them up to that level. And that's why it was really cool, because I've always followed this guy Retina and this other guy Revoke and some other graffiti artists from Los Angeles. So when I first went to Miami and I was like, oh shit, these guys have murals here, like it really made it seem that much more big and powerful and stuff like that.
And that's like what I loved about Wynwood when I got there, is that it wasn't too much of one thing.
Yeah,
it was
all different types of
so
stuff.
you had like the typical like almost pop culture graph pieces. You had like the people doing like the Stranger Things things, and like, you know, to like Ninja Turtles and fucking Jason Voorhees and shit like that. But then you also had these original pieces that were meant to reflect on Miami culture and like Florida culture and stuff. And I think, going back to your point about how shit is in Lynn, where we live, it's totally different, where it seems like they fly in all the rock stars and they just give them free reign,
and they don't give the big stage to the other guys.
But I wouldn't say that. I think that there's no rites of passage, or there's no criteria. Like they're just kind of like excited that, like, you know, so and so is here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can do whatever you want. You can take a shit on the wall.
Yeah.
Where that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be free reign.
Yeah.
There should be some sort of, and I'm not trying to say like creative police, like where people are, but there should be some sort of thing like we were saying in Lynn. They have a huge graffiti campaign, and or like a huge street art campaign, and all of the shit. Every time you see a mural, it has nothing to do with the city of Lynn or the people in it.
Yeah. And it's one of the same things in Salem, too. Salem has a lot of murals now and stuff, and it looks great. That's the thing, is from the outside, it looks great. But when you're looking at it from my perspective, it's just like, why don't you have 50% locals, 25% locals involved? Why does it have to be such a small percentage of locals involved? If you guys care about community and da-da-da-da and building whatever your shit is, but I don't know, if you care all about community and shit like that, you should be trying to big up local artists. And if you're like if you're an organizer and you're liberal and woke and stuff, shouldn't you want to be saving money? You know what I mean? Saving money and investing local, rather than fucking paying JetBlue fucking 10 grand in tickets and wasting all types of jet fuel and putting that in the atmosphere, when you could be fucking supporting the local guys and helping them get up to the point where they can do 100-foot walls and 100-foot wide walls and shit like that. It's just retarded, but what do I know?
And and like I said, like that's the biggest thing is that like if you're gonna go and do art in a community, it shouldn't be what you're about. It shouldn't be about your values or your thoughts.
Well, I think it should
be about the community.
Yeah, I think it should be split a little bit. You know what I mean? But definitely more towards the side of like representing like where you're at. But I do think like some of it should be abstract. Like I have no problem with like a big wall that's like a bunch of fucking circles or bubbles or something that has anything to do with nothing. It's just that like, you know, these people, like it's ran by white people, probably Jewish people, and fucking it's just like, oh, let's put like a black person on this wall and that wall and stuff like that, and like, oh, but Lynn doesn't have any Irish people or French people or Russian people or Greek people. There's none of those people in Lynn. It's just it's just only black and Spanish people, and that just goes to show you how. Like the people who claim the most woke and the most liberal and the most progressive are really the most narrow-minded.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they only want to show, you know, one type of like artwork and whatever. It's cool. Like I love all that Afrocentric like artwork where big like it's up like a black girl on the wall, but her hair is like her hair is like 50 feet long. I think that shit looks dope. But also what's dope is fucking different types of artwork, you know what I mean? All different types of stuff, landscapes, characters, graffiti stuff, sign painting stuff, abstract stuff, just a good mix of stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, I feel like me and my friends could run it way better, but
like you said it to me once and it kind of like stuck in my head. You said, why isn't there any pictures of a Greek guy? And it's like, as far as like Lynn, how is there not a picture of a Greek guy in a sub shop, in a roast beef place, wiping his fucking brow after a long fucking day's work because he's been serving the community for fucking 30 years? Yeah. Like, how is that like a bad portrayal or anything? It's just, it's kind of like a real thing. And dude, honestly, if you did like fucking the guy that works down at Brothers Deli.
Yeah, exactly.
If you did him,
like
he's a pillar.
Neighborhood legends.
He's a pillar of the fucking community. He fucking gives food for the homeless. He does fucking, he's been doing crazy shit like with the COVID, giving food to people. Yeah. And like that guy is like a pillar of the community. And they'd rather just like post a random image of a random, you know, black dude with like headphones on with his fucking flip flops flung around his shoulder, and it's like, how does that represent Lynn?
And that's the thing too, is you have a mural, you have like 100-foot mural of this kid. It looks great. And he has fucking Nikes draped over his shoulder. And it's like, aren't you people supposed to be like anti-capitalism? And capitalism is bad and sweatshops are bad. Obviously, some of them are bad.
Yeah.
And then you got fucking a huge fucking Nike sneaker like right there. It's like, who are you guys? What are you doing?
Are they getting paid from Nike on the sidebar?
Trust me, that's automatically what I thought, but who knows? But I do have to say, I do have to say, my friend Richie, who probably doesn't like me anymore, I do want to give him credit, because when Beyond Walls asked him to do some stuff, he did paint like some locals on the wall. That's that black wall.
Yes.
And there's 3 faces. It's a white guy, a black girl, and then one other face. Like he literally, he's really good at portraits, and he met 3 people on the street right there that day, I think, like right then. Yeah. And he was like, I'm painting you. I'm painting you, and I'm painting you, and he just did it. So that's cool. And there's like, you know, there's maybe 3 or 4 things, but the rest of the fucking 35 murals have nothing to do with fucking, and some of them look really good too. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to see none of them go, but I just would like to see more like shit dedicated to like local culture and shit, and like, you know, all the leather factories back in the day, and you know, something maybe
shoe factories and Lynn,
and the
like
beaches.
There hasn't been a single thing.
And I think too, there should be a big dedication to like Revere Beach and stuff, because you know, there's never been nothing huge going on in Nahant and Lynn Beach. Obviously, people just walk the fucking beach and
Revere Beach was like Disney World.
Exactly. So like, you know what I mean? If I was in charge, I'm just saying, if I was in charge, that's the type of shit that I would do, is like an ode to Revere Beach, an ode to all the leather buildings, an ode to like every nationality that's predominant in Lynn too, and just fucking melting pot. It should be a melting pot, but you know, I'm not a curator, Tim.
But there's a melting pot of.
Can I do a mixie? Can I pour some of that in here?
Do whatever you need to do.
I'll do a half.
Yeah, take a wholesy.
Okay.
But there's the the image of how you should portray things, and then there's the actual way. It's like, and that's what it is with the Lynn thing. It's like everybody wants to be woke. Everybody wants to be like the most tolerant person, the person that cares the most about other cultures.
But they're the most narrow-minded.
And there's something about that to me. And like, of course, you can call me a fucking piece of shit for saying that, and that's fine. I'll take that on the chin. But I just feel like a majority of the people that stand up for other like cultures and like just philosophies and stuff are doing it under false pretense.
Yep.
They're doing it under the whole new social media way of just trying to brag about how you're a bigger human than the other guy.
Well, Timmy,
you know,
there's actually a word for that.
what is it?
It's called virtue signaling.
Oh, okay.
So that's the word for exactly what you were explaining. Basically, that's a word that says that, you're saying you believe in something or you support something just to be perceived as better than other people. Virtue signaling.
There is so much of that. It's fucking crazy.
Isn't it crazy that, like, if you just study a little bit, there's actually words for all this stuff, too?
There is a term for everything.
In other news. What else we got?
So one big thing we were talking about earlier before we had all these fucking dog shit tech issues.
Yeah, pretty much we took Timmy. It took Timmy 12 hours to get set up today.
But hey, we're here.
Yep.
We're fucking doing things. Things are fucking happening, and that's all I care about. But one thing we were talking about is like one of the huge things that's going on now in hip hop is these stupid fucking battles. It's like
I'm not with it, man.
it's like I wasn't there.
I'll watch one of them for a couple of minutes. Like,
I'm just trying to say that like battle meant something totally different when I was in full hip hop balls. It meant something totally different. Could you imagine if in the mid 90s I was like, yo, let's fucking battle, motherfucker. Yeah. And then you were like, all right, let's battle. And then we got 2 beatboxes and we played a bunch of recorded songs that we did before.
Yeah.
And whatever songs people liked the most, that makes the winner.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking battle.
Well, and too, I just thought about this now. Some of these guys have way too many resources to be doing a live stream from their phone. Like,
like the RZA can't buy a webcam for $100.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why, like,
he can't have a fucking snowball mic on a fucking fucking $100 rig.
I mean, I know he's a billionaire, but like Will Smith is doing it right. I don't know if seen what he's been doing with quarantine and like the Fresh Prince. Like,
oh, he's been killing it,
dude. Like his thing looks really good. Like it looks really good. It doesn't look like it's just him with a phone. It looks like there's some production going into it, in which there should be because he's a fucking millionaire. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah.
We're a bunch of shit bums, and our sound sounds better than fucking RZA and DJ Premier.
And especially the last fucking 3 and like, you know what I mean? The first, remember 2 and 3, I remember I would hear some shit, but like the last 3 have been fucking butthole.
Yeah, and we're learning and shit, and that's like,
well,
that's a part of it.
There's so many inputs going on. You know what I mean? When you do a live stream from just your phone, you're dealing with just your phone. We're dealing with multiple microphones, multiple sources of audio, multiple fucking cameras and shit and angles and
we have
headphone amps and,
headphone amps and all this shit.
You have your DJ thing grounded to the ceiling tile frame.
Oh yeah, I don't think we need that anymore. That's great though. Totally forgot about that. That was Tonzo in the midst of troubleshooting.
Yeah,
I'm like, I should ground it. Yeah.
I didn't even think when you run a digital DJ setup like that you needed a ground. Or is that for if you want a turntable in there? Like, I'm confused.
Just like a ground is a ground. If like I was getting a shorting issue in the plug,
grounded to something metal.
Yep. So you ground it, but so I watched. I can't believe all these fucking shit bums that are coming out of for anyone that's like, of course somebody's gonna fucking be like, fuck you, Tonzo. But I saw the other day that they're doing a Benzino and Ed OG battle.
So when you mean battle, they're just going song for song?
They're just playing songs and just talking about it. And that's not a fucking battle. Like, there was a Bone Thugs 3-6 Mafia fucking thing, and, like, everyone's like, oh, 3-6 fucking took that shit. That's because they had bigger hits than Bone Thugs did, and that doesn't have anything to do with anything. That's, like, the hits is pop.
No one can disagree with this. If Alchemist and Madlib got on the live stream with their drum machines and said, yo, we're going to play live new shit that we've been working on in the last 6 months or a year, and we're going to fucking go beat for beat live, and we're going to tap something out.
It'd be the hottest shit ever.
Whether it's they're tapping out drums, whether they're fucking chopping up the samples, as long as they were implementing some fucking type of live shit, and it was new shit that people haven't heard before. Because like I was telling you, if I want to hear 36 Chambers, if I want to hear classic Gangstar, I'm going to go to YouTube.
Download it.
I'm going to go to YouTube, or I'm going to go to my computer or my Serato or wherever it already
Go
is.
to fucking Spotify.
And fucking listen to it. I don't want to watch DJ Premier play some songs that I love on a fucking live feed that sounds like shit. Like, there's way too much shit to watch than watch a shitty version of shit you already like.
And what are you getting? What are you getting? You're listening to shit audio, and then what do you get? You get to see Primo standing there over the track he made 25 years ago going...
Even if he was cutting... Think about it, right? Even if he played his beat and he was cutting live, that'd be pretty dope.
Yes,
people would like that more. He would get more. We think they would get more viewers even if he was cutting live. Like, cool, play the beat you already did, but cut live. He's famous for his cuts. Cut live. Alchemist is famous for his fucking chopping and whatever. Chop. Well,
and I'm not gonna say that it's a bad like format or idea. It's actually a good idea, but don't call it a fucking battle because it's not. Call it a fucking
Soundclash. No, Soundclash. Is Soundclash a battle?
Soundclash is actually fucking pretty dope. You know, it's just fucking two different sounds fucking coming together. Something like that. Fucking, you know, or fucking a RZA premiere fucking beat party. I know that sounds gay as hell, but just like something that's like, how is it a battle if you're playing shit that's already like revered hits? It's like, and then people are coming up with these combinations. I saw one the other day. They're going to do Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
I don't know any Jill Scott songs.
Nobody does. And that's a stupid fucking battle. That's like it's not a battle. You're just playing songs and playing fucking bullshit. But ultimately, people have always revered Mary J. Blige as the queen of hip hop. I don't understand it because she doesn't rap.
Who's your queen?
Queen of hip hop?
Don't you like Queen Latifah?
I do, but like I always loved as female rappers go. I always loved Roxanne Shante, and newer female rappers. I think Jean Grey is fucking. She's lightning. She has great delivery, great voice. Negro League Baseball, fucking like all that shit was unreal.
That's a album or compilation?
That was actually she was in a group called Natural Resource, and that was the first single that they did. It was called Negro League Baseball, and I believe it was on Beat Junkies Volume 1.
That sounds like That sounds like a compilation.
From DJ Babu was the guy that mixed it, and it was like that actually dropped before Sound Bombing, and that was one of the compilations. I think it was just like a random thing at like Sam Goody, and I already had all the rap albums that were out at that time. Believe it or not, back in the days, you could fucking, if you were into hip hop and you walked into a fucking record store, you could walk into a fucking CD section or a tape section and see all the shit and be like, I have all of that shit. And that was like one of the things that I didn't have. It was way before the fucking market was like super saturated, and got it and was like exposed to so many great fucking rappers. Dilated Peoples. That was the first time I heard those guys, and it was like fucking like 3 years before their fucking album came out. And fucking just like banger after banger. But there's something to be said about it's like I saw another thing that was supposed to be it was a Tony Touch battle in
Versus who?
they were going off of shit. We're gonna have to have a listener or a follower give me that information, but it's based off of the freestyles that were on the show that they did. It's not based off of turntable skills. Where if you're doing a DJ battle, aren't you fucking being like, fuck your mother, you're whack. You're whack. Chicka, chicka, chicka. You're whack as fuck, motherfucker. Chicka, chicka. I fucked your mother. I fucked your mother. Like shit like that. That's a DJ battle. Like fucking like where you're like stringing together sentences and you're like doing so like playing the people that rapped on your fucking show 30 years ago. How does that display skill as a DJ or like the host of a show? You just lucked out and got somebody that ripped a freestyle on your fucking show, you know?
Yeah. I hear you, bub.
But I was so pissed. I was watching that fucking 3-6 Mafia thing, and everyone was like, oh, shit. You know, fucking DJ Paul's killing it. And he was just, like, screaming over tracks. And, like, the Bone Thugs end had, like, fucking, like, shitty sound quality. It was just terrible. And, like, if you're going to bring all these people to a forum, you're going to bring them in fucking, you know, we're here to watch a battle. And that's what you get?
Yeah.
If I paid $25, thank God we're in this thing because this almost seems like something that they would try to get money out of.
Yeah.
Like, if this wasn't fucking COVID-19 times, they'd be like, oh, we're going to do a Rakim versus Big Daddy Kane battle.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're like losing your fucking mind. And then you get to the thing, and it's Big Daddy Kane standing there with an iPod next to fucking Rakim, and he's got a fucking MP3 player from 98.
Like, and how long do these things last? Like, we're both coughing like crazy. I don't even know. How long do these things last, like the Rizzer and Premiere one? Like, what's the length on those?
I think it was like 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. If they went for 10 minutes just doing fucking live shit, it would be better than an hour. Five. Yeah, exactly, beat for beat. I fucking actually that's a dope idea. If they went from scratch, one beat, from or whatever, like maybe just started with a drum loop and then built on top something. If they built something,
here's a better idea. If you're gonna do that format, instead of just playing song after song,
remix it or something.
Not just a remix, you do a routine.
Yeah, like a DJ,
you get 90 seconds,
like a DJ routine.
Yeah, like a DJ routine. You get 90 seconds.
I don't think people might not know what that is.
Not know what a DJ routine is.
Did we ever talk about the Guitar Center battles?
I'm not sure if we did or not. I don't know. Those things were fucking lit as hell. My homeboy, fucking DJ Short Rock, he was in there.
Yeah. So that was right before Slipwax. Because when I came around, Slipwax was burning them.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how Short Rock met Slipwax was by getting served. He got fucking served up.
Slipwax has always been good, man. He was never... Fuck. It must have been 2001 or 2000, and he was already like... I mean, to me, in my mind then, he was already like a Q-Bert. To me.
Yeah, and like... I know this sounds fucking crazy, and a lot of people are gonna fucking tell me I'm an asshole, but there was something about how we digested underground like stuff in the late 90s.
You can sit, and how you can sit with it more.
No, how it was distributed. Almost it was like fucking Christ. But like in the late 90s, it was like everywhere you went, it was like sound bombing, Cool Keith, fucking, you know, MF Doom, dilated peoples, swollen members. There was certain things that were getting pushed so fucking hard, and like it was like Q-Bert is the best DJ. Fucking push that into everyone's mind. And then every fucking DJ in Boston just bought wave twisters, turntable tools. They bought all the fucking videos, and they all sounded exactly like fucking Qbert. And I love Sliplax. I've met him like several times. He's fucking a great dude, and he's a great DJ. But all those guys have that thing that kind of got like implanted in their heads that like if you're gonna be a successful scratch DJ, this is how you have to scratch. You know, it's like almost the same thing like the Boston beatdown guys with like the beats and shit. It's like their beats all had to have these
DJ Premier characteristics.
These the hard ass snare, the fucking boom, psh, like quick stabs, like it all had to be the same. Where I think that Sliplax was one of the guys that had his own style and kept it fresh within the confines of the fact that everybody wanted to sound like Scratch Pickles and all of that shit. And came with that flavor, but came with his own vibe.
I think too. A lot of guys don't scratch don't scratch to new sounds. Like scratch to fucking current event stuff. Like scratch to Cardi B saying coronavirus. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like obviously the what's it? Oh, like that was obviously the and the 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. Like all that stuff.
Hoo-ah!
Where the white women at? Where the white women at? Like, you know, but obviously like all those are dope to scratch to, but in my mind, like if you know, since nowadays we have Serato and shit, it's just like the whole world, any piece of audio ever recorded ever and other shit is available for you to scratch to. So
and that's a great point, Rick. And I was saying that the other day, like I was saying something to the effect of Biggie and Tupac. Bear with me now. Biggie and Tupac were pop stars. Rap, hip hop was pop in the fucking mid-90s. It was the popular music to fucking listen to.
Yeah, they could live in an underground space, but I understand what you're saying. They were very much pop stars. But they could easily go to, you know, a fucking whatever, a freestyle thing and fucking murder it or whatever. You know, go to DJ Premier's house and kill it. Yeah, but I know.
Yeah, and kill it and kill it over DJ Premier beats.
But they were making shit for the radio and shit for the club, and they were very mainstream. And very,
And that was the reason why they were so big.
Very digestible. Nothing really. Tupac was pretty deep, but like a lot of the stuff was like
for the most part
materialistic and.
But like my main
jiggy.
Super jiggy, because that was the beginning of that whole era.
Yeah.
But like my whole thing was, it's almost a slap in the face to anybody that's ever rapped after Biggie and Tupac to say that Biggie and Tupac are the best rappers that ever lived, because Biggie and Tupac only rapped for a 5-year period.
Yeah.
A 5-year fucking period of time. Such a small period of time. And there was so many other rappers. Like, of course, the reason why everybody says that shit, why everyone's like, oh, Biggie's the best or Tupac is the best, is because they loved that shit, like, during the time period. But not only that, it was like I said, hip-hop was pop. And that shit was on the radio. And everybody always says, as soon as that shit was done, people were like, what the fuck? The radio sucks. Hip-hop sucks. Hip-hop sucks now because fucking, like, the radio stopped playing good music and they moved on to, like, a different genre. But the fact of it is that good hip-hop is still out there and still will always be out there, but you're not getting force-fed that shit anymore. It's not getting pushed to you from radio stations for everything. You have to find it.
Yeah, when you were talking like a minute ago, I automatically thought of, you know, like the statement of, yo, who's your favorite rapper? And they automatically just go, oh, like Biggie and Tupac and Jay-Z and Nas and like one more person. It's kind of like saying to somebody nowadays, people aren't gonna like this at all, but it's kind of like saying to somebody nowadays, how do you feel about politics? And all they say is fuck Trump. It's like, can you give me anything else? Can you just give me like?
And maybe
does that make sense?
It does make sense because maybe the fact of it is that people don't want to take the beach. They don't want to fucking. They don't want to say
the longer road.
They don't want to say, I heard this. I think this is cool.
Yeah.
They want to agree with somebody else that says this is cool, they're like, yeah, damn right. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say, oh, I listened to this cool original thing. I think that you should fucking listen to it too. It's always just like agreement because like. And of course, I remember going to house parties and shit, like when I was like super into hip hop and like I was DJing and MCing and doing all that shit. And fucking I'd be at a party, a bunch of people hanging out, and I'd be trying to like play MF Doom songs and shit and be like, this is the best shit ever. And then just people looking at me like I was an asshole. Like I was like fucking up the vibe. And it's like nobody told them that MF Doom was cool. So they couldn't fucking.
Yeah. It's a safe answer. It goes all across the board in all different types of media. But the safe answer is usually, just accept it, and you know what I mean. No one wants to have the abstract answer.
It's a sad state of affairs, Rick. It really is.
Yeah, because when you ask me, MF Doom is up there, Sean Price is up there, Slick Rick is up there, and already these are ones that you never hear. These are already three legends that you'll never hear.
Yeah, it's like, and I've had this conversation with a lot of people. Like, if you talk about Biggie being the greatest rapper of all times, you're a fucking asshole.
Well, what you told me to do, and what I told you my friend did to me is, you got to take some of these lyrics and read them.
Well, it's not only that, Rick.
Word for
There's
word.
one thing that I hate the whole best rapper ever fucking conversation. I think it's fucking dog shit. I think music is mood music.
Yeah.
And there's different MCs, there's different beats, there's different music that you listen to in different moods. So if somebody says, who's your favorite rapper? I just look at them like they're a fucking asshole because like I can't answer that question for you.
Yeah. Well, and it's like in a good and a bad way, your top 5 and top 10 doesn't matter at all. So
it doesn't.
So you don't have to say fucking Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. You don't have to say that. If you think like people are gonna disagree, obviously. But if you're like Chingy, Little Bow Wow, and fucking this and that person,
it doesn't fucking
matter.
It doesn't matter. But everybody feels like the weight of the world is on their shoulders. And they're doing a disservice to fucking hip-hop if they say that fucking Biggie wasn't the best.
Yeah. And honestly, the younger me would probably go crazy, but if I heard some fucking kid, like, this sounds crazy, but if I heard some kid say, yeah, Little Bow Wow's my favorite, or Chingy, or whatever the fuck somebody said, like, might say, like, one little wise thing, but for the most part, I really don't fucking care.
No.
That's what you listen to, that's fucking fine. You don't have to love MF Doom and Madlib and all the shit that I like, and Thurston, and you don't have to like all this stuff, but, like, I don't know, but just, like, everyone has their top 5 that they just like say that the next person said. But a lot of this shit, people will say Dr. Dre, never mention DJ Quick, and there's just a lot of those ping pongs that happen. You know what I mean? Like mad people get left out of the conversation, and everyone and the real heads know that. You know what I mean?
But I was talking the other day about it about how the basis of Biggie. Basically, he recorded fucking 75 songs. He was a rapper that didn't do anything else. He rapped over other people's beats. He didn't produce. He didn't do anything else. He rapped over 75 beats. And people say that he's the best rapper ever. And like I was saying earlier, I think it's a slap in the face to people like fucking like Jay-Z, Redman, anyone from Wu-Tang. I could go on forever about a fucking arms list of rappers that have been rapping for 30 plus years and fucking have had highs and lows, peaks and valleys in their fucking careers,
Yep.
but they've released multiple albums. And I feel like fucking like the whole Biggie Tupac thing, it's going on a dream.
Yep.
Oh, if he didn't get killed, he'd still be great. That's horseshit.
Well, Timmy, why don't you tell him? Why don't you tell him what you posted when Sean Price passed away? Rest in peace. Why don't you?
What did I post?
You don't remember? You had the best post. It obviously sucks that he fucking passed away because honestly,
Yeah.
I think he's one of the fucking greats. But when Sean Price passed away, you had the best quote ever, and it was only a couple words. You don't remember?
No.
Rest in peace, Sean Price. He was better than Biggie.
That's it. That's all you need to know. And I've said this multiple times.
He's just more of a neighborhood guy, more of like a. He's gonna give you his downs, his ups, his in betweens, his I'm fucking broke as shit, I'm fucking on drugs, I'm fucking this, I'm that, I'm trying to help my family, I still love my girl. Like he was just like, I don't know, I just like, yeah, I'd rather put on Sean Price than Biggie.
I've said it a couple of times. Notorious B.I.G. is the worst of dead rappers with B.I.G. in their fucking name.
Who else has Big in their name?
Big Pun. Big L.
Oh, yeah.
Do you honestly think that fucking if you put Big L against fucking against Biggie in a fucking battle? Come on.
Yeah, and if
Big Pun too.
And if Big L had more
on.
commercial success, to some it would be more of an argument too. To us, it's a done deal. We think Big L is better than Biggie.
But where does the conversation begin and end? What are we talking about? Are we talking about better rappers? Or are we talking about
Hits.
people that had bigger hits?
Yeah. Well,
That's two totally different conversations.
We're talking about the skills, but other people are talking about the materialistic.
No, they're not. They're the biggest thing in their head is the hits.
The hits.
That's what they're thinking about. That's the subconscious that drives the conversation.
That's what I meant by materialistic. The radio hits. And
they don't want to admit it. They want to be like, oh yeah, of course Biggie did Juicy, but he also did Gimme the Loot, and he also did Machine Gun Funk,
which are
and
great
he did
songs.
this and that.
They're great songs.
Great songs. Love them. I'm not a Biggie hater. Yeah, I am, but I just hate. I don't hate him. I hate his reception and perception. Like, how can somebody that put out 2 albums be the greatest rapper ever when there's people that have put out fucking 20 albums, have seen like fucking like the industry take all these fucking peaks and valleys and just still continuously pump out new original dope music.
And there's great rappers that are also producers that never really get recognized. You know what I mean? Like there's great,
never.
Yeah, there's great rappers that also have made like almost all of their beats that people can't even put the 2 and 2 together.
Yep, and nobody cares.
Yeah. Like I bet a lot of people don't even think Kanye makes beats.
Yeah. But the people that are into like almost like not to
Q-Tip.
Yeah, of course. Dude, I know so many people that fucking had no idea the Q-Tip made all the beats for Tribe fucking in the
I thought you were gonna say
early years.
Fuck, I thought you were gonna say Illmatic, and that's another one. Didn't he?
He only did one.
Couple. Oh, but didn't he have something big to do with Illmatic as far as being executive? No.
No, he was just like he was the hottest rapper. Fucking. Dude, is there something in the air tonight?
No, it's just fucking.
It must be like dry or something.
Nah, I'm old school. I'm smoking regs right now, pretty much. I mean, you had some good shit, but I was smoking regs earlier. I still smoke regs. Shout out to all my weed men that still sell regs. I know you guys fucking, you know what I mean? I know it might be a tough time for you guys, but I'll still cop an eighth of regs all day.
Shout out to Jake Gatto of the Cannabis Radio Network hooking us up with some great lemonberry. That is fantastic. He grew it. He's been doing shows here on the Breaking Balls Network. Great guy, local guy.
Nice. Shout out to B-Dub for our amazing background. Kid fucking killed it over a nice fucking boxcar. Great artwork. Nice.
Now, real quick, while we have this image up, like it's gonna change in the next fucking half an hour. Big Rick Three Ways was the guy that laced that tag in the middle of the piece.
Allegedly.
allegedly, or somebody else that knows
Fans.
the guy.
Sometimes fans, sometimes the fans get crazy and
Fans get crazy. Nobody knows. But if you were to look at that tag in the middle, and you were to see the intricacies of the tag, that's definitely a shit spot, right?
Well, when you're looking for scrap metal in the woods, you can't be too picky, Tim. You know what I mean? Like, that's a long walk through the woods to find that big piece of scrap metal. And, sometimes you want to show off a little bit and be like, you know what? The hard spot isn't going to be the hard spot for me. And you got to eat shit while you're doing it and act like it ain't shit. You know what I mean? So, shit happens, but it looks nice. Nice piece of rolling stock.
And that's hip hop.
Nice piece of rolling stock right there.
So it looks like there's some sort of knuckles, some sort of metallic. It looks like there was.
How do I move? There we go.
There we go. It looks like there was some sort of. Is that where the door hinges?
Yeah, I don't really know how these things work. I just know there's a lot of shit going on there. There's bars and like little wheels that roll on a track, and you know what I mean. There's a lot of shit over there, and yeah, it's fucking not easy. But like I said, that was just a piece of scrap metal we found in the woods. It just happened to be propped up.
A nice, propped up on a couple of pallets.
on some wheels. On some fucking wheels.
On some wooden pallets.
Yeah. It happens, though,
It sure does. So
hopefully we can record live from there one day.
I think we can make it happen.
That would be fire. Or even if we taped it and fucking aired it later.
I feel like I'd look like a guy that just got out of jail like three days ago. And somebody gave him a nice shirt, and now he has to apply for a job somewhere.
Many people will agree, too. The best thing about freight trains is the messages that the hobos write at the end of the cars. Because you can see a lot of cool graffiti when you look at freight trains, but to a lot of people, like me, the most interesting stuff is the hobo art with the chalk at the end of all the trains.
Maybe that's a good idea for a nice coffee table book for Big Rick. Hobo art.
Yeah, I have good amount of pictures of stuff like that, but dude, some of them are like really. I love it because it's like my mix of shit. Like some of it's like really bad, which is funny, and some of it's really good too because like I think it's cool that like this person could go there just with a grease pen or a piece of chalk and kind of do like a face or something like really intricate and cool and have it be small and just bounce because a lot of graffiti writers still do a big top to bottom and shit, and that's cool too. But I don't know, a lot of the little like hobo drawings you see are really cool too, and some of those guys are famous, like Bozo Texino. There's a documentary about him. The Kodak Kid is one of the guys, but like it's just this weird subculture, like of famous like hobos and shit, which cross paths with graffiti and stuff, and it's just it's a weird world out there.
Now I feel like a fucking idiot for asking this, but you said it earlier, and I was like, what the fuck is he talking? What the hell is a grease pen?
Oh, I'm sure there's another word for it. It's called
Is that just the cool kid slango?
It's also called the solid paint marker. It you gotta like a deodorant stick.
Oh, okay.
So
all
it's
right.
it's a like this looks sexual, but it
Oh yeah.
So as you keep writing with it. Fucking so you write with it and it gets worn down and you just keep turning it and it just keeps rising.
Oh yeah.
But it's can't explain a grease pen. Yeah, it's like chalk, but it's also like oil at the same time. So it's like it can't like if you went and wipe, it's not gonna go away.
I can't wait to find out the proper name for this thing.
Yeah, I think grease pen is like it's something a fucking union worker would write the fucking measurements of a pipe on the pipe. Yeah.
All right.
So it's there. It's not gonna fucking wash away.
It's not fucking moving.
Yeah, but but that's just
So yeah, a lot of things happening with these fucking stupid DJ battles, all this shit. Like I don't think it's a battle in any way.
No,
shape, or
not at
form.
all. That's a good point. It's not a battle at all. They should think of a new word, and then I think it will be cool. But it's not a battle. It's not interesting. I can really only tune in for a couple of minutes. And honestly, like we were just talking about the best battle arguments and how a lot of people have the same list, same thing with these fucking live streams. People just have to say, oh, did you watch the premiere and RZA battle? It was sick. It's like...
It wasn't that good.
It's like, no, I actually already heard all those songs before.
Yeah, I've already heard them.
Because honestly, most people I fucking talk to, I only know like a couple people that tuned into those. Most people aren't fucking... Whatever. It's just something to do because no one's doing their regular shows and their regular podcasts and their regular concerts. So people are tuning in. So they.
But my point is, Rick, if you're gonna bring people to a venue, why not give them a fucking show?
Oh, I hear you, Timmy.
And that's what it is. They're bringing all these people. They're getting these millions of views. There was the Babyface, fucking Teddy Riley battle.
I heard it was a nightmare, but I didn't see it.
It was horrendous. It was like the video quality, and that's the thing that you have to think of.
You guys got way too much money to be having these shitty ass videos.
But they're a bunch of 50-year-old guys that don't know how to fucking use computers. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. They're used to going into the studio,
and having an engineer.
Everything's fucking perfect. There's an engineer. Now they have to sit there and figure out how to use a virtual camera. How to fucking how do I enable the sound on this?
Probably.
And fucking, they just have no fucking clue.
I love when it happens, but probably only about 5 times in my life have I had an engineer person and could be like, yo, chop that, take that, boom, boom that. You know what I mean? Like only a handful of times
I can't wait.
have I been in the studio where if I had, because it is great because a lot of those guys are good and they know their job. They're not trying to produce. That's the thing. A lot of those guys, if they think you're lesser too, they'll try to produce you. But if they know their shit, they'll try to just go with the session. But that is fucking amazing when you have a guy that knows all the fucking equipment in the studio. Yo, load me up a new track. We're going to put these fucking ad-libs over this and da-da-da. But my friend Chris in Florida, like, he was always great with that. Like, would never try to take over and would always just be down with what we were trying to do and just help what we were trying to do and never have it be about him. A lot of these guys want to put their stamp on your shit.
Now, where does your boy Earl fit in? Because that
Earl
dude's
the
a
Goat?
fucking legend.
He's just a fucking Boynton Beach legend. He's just been around forever, like a local guy, but also has been, like, also knows a lot of people in Miami, too, and stuff like that, and Fort Lauderdale and stuff. But he's just been around for a while and, you know, has had friends in the rap game. His friend Liz Balboa, a guy who I met through my friend Av Murphy, who passed away, is also a Palm Beach legend because Blizz Balboa...
He's dope. I've checked out his shit.
Yeah, Blizz is really good. But Blizz fucking... way back in the day when I first moved to Florida, had a song with Snoop Dogg, and the video's on the video and YouTube. There's a music video on YouTube and everything, but he's just been around like all that shit for a while, and just has good taste. He's a funny bastard, and just always looking out too.
Hopefully, fucking shit will get back to normal sometime soon, and hopefully I can get down there for Basel this year and fucking beat that dude.
Or even not for that, we could just go down there and shoot some content. Because like I said, Charlie Rosa also wants to shoot some shit too.
Oh fuck yeah,
yeah,
I'm in.
And
dude, and I got a little extra scratch. Let's book a flight right now. We'll get it for fucking $100 round trip.
Fucking, we'll go to the Army store in Salem, cost some hazmat suits.
Let's do it.
They got them over there, like an intergalactic planetary. Well, now. They got them over there, though. Dude,
Don't ask me for my ID.
Actually, that's one of my favorite places to go on the North Shore is the Salem Army store, and like I never get sick of it. I'll always still go back in there. Like, are you familiar with that place?
There's like culture in there,
dude. But the way back far left corner. That's the shit. That's where you find the hazmat suits.
Oh yeah, that's where the real shit
But
is.
also, that's where you find like a brand like that one, that long coat I brought you that you said wouldn't work for the green screen. It's a pretty dope coat, dude. $7. And you know, sometimes it might not have a lining in it, and the pocket goes through. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes the army coats, the pocket just goes so you can go to your other pocket.
Yeah.
It's not a real pocket; it's just access to your pant pocket.
McCluskey got like a
Yeah.
naval Commodore jacket,
And it was dope, but
with like the fucking fold
but
over
the pockets,
fucking
but the
things.
pockets don't connect.
Oh yeah, the pockets don't connect. They're like empty
Yeah.
pockets. But he got it for like $12,
Dude,
It looks like something like fucking Dick Van Patten.
I
was
can
wearing.
honestly say, like, a good amount of things I've got at that store were under $10. And I'm talking about one of the last times I went to Florida, I was wearing a really dope hat that I got there. And some, like, I think he might have been a little autistic or something, but he was really into streetwear. He was like, can I see your hat? And I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. Take off my hat and give it to him. And it was like kind of a 5-panel, like Supreme looking hat, but it was like wool.
Yeah.
And fucking, he was just, I never seen it. Because, you know, he's probably only into Supreme and like Nike and shit. It's like, where did you get this? I was like, I got that at the Army store. How much you think that was? And he's like, I don't know. It's like $5. And he fucking lost his shit.
I used to rock like the low profile, like
I
the
know,
Jeep caps.
I already know what you're talking about. The fucking Talib Kweli hat.
Yep, I used to like, and I would go there.
Dude, I love them. I'll rock one
They're
right
my
now.
favorite.
Yeah.
Like there's
All
something
right, so-
about it. Like
so
it
what
just
colors-
brings out the shape
So
of my
you,
head.
you obviously had the olive green one.
Obviously,
So what other ones did you have of that?
I had black, I had navy blue, I had brown, I had hunter green, and then there was a camo one. And I
was a big fan of the black and gray camo style of that hat.
I-
And the khaki.
yeah, the khaki. I
And-
had the khaki too.
Listen to this, Tim. I would go to Marshall's. And boost Zoo York patches. Listen to this, Tim. I would go to Marshall's and boost, because back then, fucking Marshall's had all the, defected Echo and Zoo York stuff. And a lot of the Zoo York stuff at the time when I was, probably a sophomore and junior in high school, around 2005 and 4, the Zoo York stuff was coming with free patches. So my mom would be like, Rick, you want to go to Marshall's? Yeah, sure. I'll just look around. Fucking and just boosting mad patches. But then I would take those Zoo York patches and put them on those cheap hats from the Army store.
Now, I remember one of the first times, it was probably like the second or third time that I met you.
Where was that at?
It was at a strawberry juice party.
At Todd's?
Yeah, at Todd's.
We were
And it
painting?
was in the basement, and there was music playing.
Oh, no.
And me and you battled.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
Yeah, you were coming really strong, too.
So, like, you were wearing one of those Zoo York, you were wearing a Zoo York shirt. And it had
the
this-
brown one or the black and white one?
I know it had the Statue of Liberty, and like,
I know what you're talking
and it was like a long shirt, and it was kind of like, it was
Like
almost
cut
down
like a
low.
like cut like a baseball shirt, kind of like.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
And fucking, I was like, because I saw the
It's
Statue
coming-
of
it's
Liberty
coming- it's coming
thing,
back,
I
it's
was
coming
like,
back.
look at this kid. What are you trying to battle me? What are you shitting me? The only bitch at this party on your dick is Lady Liberty. And fucking, and I don't think I said anything else after that, because I was like, that was like such a fire 2 bars that anything else I say is gonna be stupid.
Yo, that's so ill that you remember that, because I honestly, like, I remember you said it to me probably, I don't know, a year ago or 6 months ago, but yeah, I completely. Was that by the stairs? It was kind of by the stair, like.
No, it was inside. It was in.
But
yeah. It was like
in
that
the
back, like
basement,
lower porch.
basement.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, basement.
Yeah, in the basement.
Those are some good parties, man.
Great parties.
Yeah.
Were you there when the broad got fucking smacked in the head with the keg?
My mom. That's actually one of the only times I ever smoked weed in front of my mom was that night. Great moment. Great moment. My buddy Griff fucking busted out a bag of weed, and my mom looked at it. This is the only time I've never been nervous about weed, like around my mom. She fucking saw Griff's bag of weed, right? And I don't know how she knew, but she fucking picked it up and was like, "This is fucking poo-poo," dude. And fucking, there was a bunch of people around. There was like some of my friends, like a bunch of people I knew, and like this like thugged out ass dude. But like fucking, my mom picked up Griff's bag of weed and took a nugget and was like, "Smells like poo-poo." That shit was great. That was good. And then the keg thing happened.
Oh man, I thought that broad was fucking dead. She must have been like. So we were at this party. We were doing keg tosses.
2007-ish?
No, I think it was like 9.
That sounds right.
Because it was right before I moved in with Bobby Sims.
Yeah.
Big up trigger trips.
Trigger.
Fucking so everybody's throwing the kegs. There's basically a lane kind of like cleared out. Like, so it's like a full like party in the backyard, and there's like, 25, 30 people on one side, like 50 people on the other side. But there's this channel so people can throw the fucking kegs. And there was this broad, she must have been fucking 110 pounds, wet and wearing boots. She had her back turned to a keg toss like a fucking asshole. And she got the whole thing right in the back of the fucking head.
She was
like,
a champ,
it wasn't like it was a graze. She got the brunt.
She was a tough broad,
of a full fucking keg. So she gets blasted in the back of the head, goes down. Everyone's like, "Oh shit, dude!" People started running. People were fleeing the scene like somebody got shot. Like fucking, like that broad is dead. And
she was almost fine. Didn't the ambulance come? And then she was fine. She didn't even have to leave.
The ambulance came and she denied service from the fucking ambulance, and she had to work that night. So she fucking.
Wait, she had to go to work after?
She went and put a fucking 8-hour shift in after she got blasted in the head with the fucking keg.
8 hours? What time did the fucking blast happen?
It happened at like fucking.
It wasn't completely dark when.
Yeah, no, it was probably.
So she might have had to go in around 8 or something.
Yeah, she had to go in around
nice
8.
8 to 1.
Yep. She was. It probably happened at like 6:30.
She had to go to the tavern after.
I think she was working at a hospital. I'm pretty
Murphy's?
sure she was in the fucking medical industry.
She was lying. She worked at Murphy's.
Yeah. Good times, Rick.
Good fucking times.
So hey, of course we went a little long-winded tonight after our tech issues, but we're gonna have to hit these motherfuckers off with a little bit of music,
Some live improvisation.
a little bit of beats.
So I found these drum battle things online that were pretty good. It is called Bernard. Music nerds probably know these guys, but I never heard of these guys till last night. Bernard Purdie versus Tony Allen. Bernard Purdie is a guy who's played with James Brown, Aretha Franklin, people like that, and Tony Allen is a guy from Nigeria known for Afrobeat music, which I know nothing about, but these fucking drum breaks and drum beats are pretty fucking good.
All right.
Some of them have bass over them, but we'll see what happens.
Who gonna start?
All right.
Oh, you got it.
Tony's on it. Okay.
I can fast forward too when the beat kicks in. Or do you want me to go to the other one that's more like a James Brown beat?
You can do whatever. Of course, my thing isn't working right now.
Huh.
All right. Fucking A. Dirt Bag Magic.
Yeah, Tim.
All right.
Yeah, Tim.
All right.
Класс.
We're
И
doing
это был
it.
всего лишь первый раунд. So now.
All right.
We live, Tim? We moving? No.
No, you are. You're moving. You're live. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, word? Maybe that can be the entertainment for the rest of the show, is that I can just flip this fucking thing over the table and just lose my shit. That could be something. Alright. Well, if I can't contribute, I'm just going to sit here and go like this. Alright. I'm sure this is captivating TV right now.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
Cut it up, Timmy.
Why is it so low?
No, yours is loud.
Not to me.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go.
Dramatic. Oh my god.
Don't be so dramatic, Rick. Don't be so dramatic. I'm just gonna hang out. Fucking A. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind right now! Dirt Bag!
It's okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you sound good.
Hey now.
Ah! What?
I gotta use my BPM counter right now. Making me itch.
I love it. Yeah. Give me some more.
Yeah!
More.
Okay, you got it.
Got it.
All right, Tim, let's give the people something. Should I go back to the more James Brown sounding beat?
Yeah.
Let's get into the groove, Tim.
Is there an actual beat or?
He's warming up.
Hell yeah. Killing it right now. Killing it. I can't catch a groove on any of this shit right now, Rick. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just not a good turntable guy.
No, they're kind of battling. All right, Tim, we got some new shit coming for you, Tim.
Yeah, a nice hard line so I can fucking at least do some sort of scratching so I don't look like a fucking shithead.
What do we got? What do we got going here? Let's give the people some.
Hell yeah. The best podcast on the internet right here. We doing it.
Nope. Hold on, we'll get into the groove. We're getting into it right now. Oh, hold on.
This is going well.
No, just gotta reset real quick.
Dirt bag. Huh. Dirt bag.
Here we go. We're getting into it right here. We're gonna get hot.
Our website's really easy
We're gonna
to
get
use.
hot and heavy. It said this was a drum break.
Give me a rap beat, Rick. Come on.
What should I type in? I'm lost.
You don't have any original beats queued up or anything?
Oh, we got that. Too.
Yeah. Just give me a hard line.
Give you a hard line.
Give me a hard. Yeah. I'm not cool enough to do scratch routines to improvisational drums that I've never heard before.
Run it.
Here we go, Tim.
Yes! Dirtbag! 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 No rhythm dirtbag! Off! Offbeat rhythms dirtbag, dirtbag. Offbeat rhythms dirtbag, dirtbag. Doesn't matter if you have a little dirt on your bag. Offbeat rhythms dirtbag, dirtbag. Alright?
Pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Little 9 Inch Nail sounding.
Scratch it, right?
Dirt bag, dirt bag, dirt bag, dirt bag, dirt bag boys, dirt bag boys, dirt bag boys, dirt bag boys.
Yo, yo, yo. Big Tim in the lacrosse sport. What you wanna do with all night shit? I run court. Never played basketball, never played baseball shit, never played football, yo. No fan of Tom Brady. I'm so North Shore like a OC 80. Yo,
Alright.
See me with the bandana, see me with Santana. Now I don't give a fuck, never had a damn hammer. Yeah. Linway, we at McDonald's 24 hours. What you think I never take showers? Shit, I have superpowers. Yo, it's the Jewish Superman, aka the Jewish Big Pun. Shit, I have fun. Never ever had to pack a motherfucking gun. See me at the freight yard, see me at the wall. I don't give a fuck. Catching tags on the bathroom stall. Even if Pierre wanna fucking beat me up, I don't give a fucking fuck. Smelling like a bag of fish chum. Shit, I always go dumb.
Aight.
Timmy knows a fucking baby and I suck my thumb. Yeah, with the microphone right all up in my face shit. Now I don't give a fuck shit, you ain't at home base, kid. I hit the home run and I hit the short stopping. I don't give a fuck shit, my flow never stopping. Shit, y'all be all coughing. I'm on the fucking ginger and the vitamin C. You ain't getting sick if you sitting next to me, bitch.
Dirtbag boys, we always make a noise. Dirtbag boys, we always make noise. Dirtbag boys, we always make noise. Dirtbag boys, we always make noise. Alright.
We'll play one more for him, Tim?
I think we might have blown their minds, but we can see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll do, why not do one more, you know? You never know what's gonna happen, Tim.
Alright.
You never know what's gonna happen. Whoa, this is a good one. This is live, people. It's not perfect. It's live. This is live, people. We gave him a fucking
Oh
show.
shit!
We gave him
Oh
a show.
shit!
That was a big show.
I don't think I can handle much more of that fire.
Me neither. My ears literally hurt.
Tonzo blew your fucking eardrums out. Big
Definitely.
Rick has sensitive fucking drums.
Oh yeah, sensitive. Fuck. That's what they used to call me.
They used to call you sensitive drums?
And roasted almond.
Roasted almond and sensitive drums.
Yeah, Timmy.
All right, well, hey, I'm pretty sure that we fucking crushed this show tonight.
Enough composition for tonight, man. We got to chill now.
Enough composition.
Yeah, we got to chill. Come on, we got a big day tomorrow, Tim.
Yeah, we do. We have a big day every day.
Yeah.
But it's even bigger. We have a couple of big guests lined up. We have.
In the
Have you been
pipeline.
talking to people? You've been talking to people, lining things up.
Yeah, we might have to do it in the next couple days, and then just post it as its own little thing. Because I think next week might be too late. I think next week might be too late. We might have to like do it like tomorrow, the next day, and then post it in like a couple days.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The interview with the fighter.
Oh yeah,
Because the fight is May 9th.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that we record it and then we show it on the next show.
You're right, Tim.
Uh-huh.
I forgot.
Uh-huh.
I forgot how advanced your production
Movie
is.
magic. We're fucking doing things over here. But
Eating nuts, no homo.
So we have UFC fighters. We have a friend of ours, Jake Gaddam for the Cannabis Radio Network. He's gonna come in.
Yo, I
Rick
need some
knows
weed.
some rap legends. Tonzo knows some rap legends. We have a couple of different people that are in the works, and we're gonna try to fucking keep things moving. But hey, to everyone that tuned into the show tonight, I know it wasn't perfect, but thank you for tuning in. Came in 2 hours late. Still fucking, we're just trying to do the damn thing like a beaver and just give you fucking whatever it is we have, whether it's great or not.
We put it all out there on the floor like it's fourth quarter.
Hell yeah.
Do they have fourth quarter in basketball?
Yes. Third period?
That's hockey.
I wouldn't fucking know. I haven't played a sport in my life.
Shout out to Lacoste
Shout out, I mean,
for giving us the clothes.
thank Christ for, like, something was able to make me look good tonight.
And shout out to Jordan Brand, you know what I mean, for all they do for the community. Shout out to the Dirt Bag Clothing Apparel Company.
All right.
I don't know
If you
can
guys want some Dirt Bag apparel,
holla at us, we can
Holla.
we can send it out quick. And yeah.
yeah, so I think this was a great show. I'm pretty sure that everybody watched it.
What one
also will think that it was a great show.
what one of the best yet?
One of the best yet. All right. Thanks for watching Dirt Bag Boyz. Fuck your mother in her ass.